Pittsburgh. Man, oh man. I might get some hate for this one. But today, I want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. And Pittsburgh, you might not like what I'm about to say. And disclaimer for those who are new to the video, new to the channel, like and subscribe if you're new. Um, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. So this team is literally our rival. And for those who haven't seen this, I know I'm very late, but I wanted to give myself some time to really collect my opinion on this franchise that I've had for a while, but that move really just like solidified it. You know? For those who don't know, George Pickens recently just got traded to the Dallas Cowboys for a third-round pick. And I just want to say, wow, this organization is genuinely, incredibly, so incompetent. I've never seen such incompetence radiate from an organization that has shown that they have what it takes to actually be competent. You know what I mean? To give some background knowledge into this team currently is in the state where they're what I compare them to the most for my NBA fans here who are tuning in, the Miami Heat. They are the one-to-one copy, NBA equivalent of, NFL equivalent, my fault, of the Miami Heat. They both have their franchise-backed coach who are both just great coaches, both winning coaches. Both teams have their solidified culture that they have stamped in their teams. With the Steelers culture, with that grittiness, that organization, that, you fall in line. Winning culture. Same thing with Miami Heat. Heat culture, got to come in shape, got to come ready to play. Heart and hustle. Like, more effort over talent. Like, you know what I mean? And both teams have the same unfortunate quality as of recent years of, to be quite frank, mid. They're both mid teams. Now, for real quick, for Heat fans saying, oh, finals this, finals that. When I say mid, as of recent years, you guys have been genuinely mid. Even when you did make those runs, you were not seen before those, Cinderella runs that did happen, not trying to take anything away from the runs that were made. You were never seen as a contender. Same thing with Pittsburgh. When they make it to the playoffs, they're never seen to even sniff the Super Bowl. And as a fan, if you're truly content with your team just making the playoffs, just winning some games, but just knowing, yeah, we have no shot, then you need to reevaluate what matters to you from a franchise. If that's all that matters to you, by all means, enjoy the sport however you want to enjoy it. I'm not here to tell you how you want to enjoy your sport, how you want to enjoy your team. But if you want to see your team win Super Bowls or win NBA championships, in the Miami Heat's case, you need to have competency from the front office. And both teams have none. But to go back to the Pittsburgh Steelers, this move was just truly idiotic. Now, I understand the rumors and rumblings have been around for as soon as this Pittsburgh flamed out in the playoffs to the Ravens. George Pickens this, George Pickens that, third round pick this, third round pick that. But I truly didn't believe that Pittsburgh would make such a dumb decision. For a team that prides itself in its culture and its winning culture, they truly are stupid. And Pittsburgh Steelers fans come and tell me, hey, our team knows when to get rid of receivers. We've seen it with Antonio Brown. We've seen it with Chase Claypool. Now we're seeing it with George Pickens. Deontay Johnson, agreed. But I feel there's one fatal flaw that fans are making in that logic. It's that you should never have to have this issue to begin with. This should not be a thing you guys are proud of. You should not be proud of, hey, we know when to get receivers out of Pittsburgh. No. That shouldn't even be attached to your franchise's name. That's one. Two, this team, similar to Miami Heat, they take what they have for granted. That is the issue with these two teams. But to stay on track with this Pittsburgh Steelers, which if y'all can't tell, I do have immense frustration with both teams. But to stay on track, they take what they have for granted. TJ Watt, Haywood Highsmith, Minka, Cameron Haywood, they take what they have for granted. They just assume, hey, these guys are great. They're going to be great forever. Day in, day out, every game. Newsflash. Sports is not like that. Players aren't good day one, become great, become elite, and stay elite, and never retire. That's not how sports work. Unless if your name is LeBron Raymond James. I'm just joking. But to stay on track, that's just not how it works. Cameron Haywood, he has a season. Maybe two. And be ready to understand his production and his effectiveness is definitely going to decrease. Most likely. Not only is he going to retire, TJ Watt, he's already at the age of 30. He's getting older. He's not getting any younger. And you guys are doing completely nothing to put a roster around this team. And it comes from it stems from so much. We could talk about the complete lack of scouting control. You are the worst drafters I have seen from a respectable team in a long time. The Steelers cannot draft. It's amazing how they have the ability to not draft at all. Last year's draft, they completely whiffed. Keep in mind, for those who don't know, the Pittsburgh Steelers have always needed a quarterback. They got Justin Fields because they assumed that was going to be their quarterback of the future. Was not. Russell Wilson didn't. Both of them are gone by next season. But prior to them even acquiring these names, they had, if I recall correctly, the 17th pick. And the same draft that had Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Michael Penix. Who else? Dude from Broncos. His name is really slipping my mind. From Oregon on the Broncos. JJ McCarthy too. They had a star-studded quarterback class. And you don't even need a star. You just need a quarterback that can genuinely play football. And that isn't 37 in terms of Russell Wilson. I don't know how it is. You were in striking distance. You had the 17th pick. I'm pretty sure the J.J. McCarthy's, the Michael Penixes, they were drafted in the late teens, as well as the dude from the Broncos. I don't know. It's actually annoying me. I can't remember his name. And instead of doing what I think a smart organization would do, they chose, hey, let's draft offensive line, build the trenches, to protect the quarterback we don't have. And before you say, oh, well, without the O-line, a quarterback can't do nothing. Agreed. But in context of what this team needs, they need a quarterback right here, right now. Because Haywood Highsmith about to retire. Cameron Haywood, apologies. TJ Watt's getting older. Haywood Highsmith's getting older. Minka's getting older. Your best players are all getting older. They're all getting older. And to have the audacity to sit here and say, hey, let's take O-line so we could build the O-line before. Newsflash. Unless if your name is Jaden Daniels. Sorry. I had to sneeze. Oh. Excuse me. Unless your name is Jaden Daniels, a rookie quarterback, probably not coming in and changing your franchise. Probably. So the audacity to think, hey, we have the time to build the trenches and then find a quarterback and then build up that quarterback and then finally contend. Oh, by the time that happens, TJ Watt's out the league. To be quite frank. And not only did you choose O-line for the quarterback, you have no idea what quarterback you're ever what quarterback you're gonna get or when it's gonna happen. This draft had so many players who in the first round. I'm talking about in the first round that project to be Hall of Famers, Pro Bowlers. That's how much talent that they showed. BTJ, Malik, Joe, Caleb, Jane Daniels, Drake May, Brock Bowers. And even you could say later rounds, Quinion Mitchell. I mean, later in the first round, Quinion Mitchell. I'm pretty sure Jared Verse was in this class. I'm blanking on who was in this class, but this first round was arguably the best. It might predict to be one of the best first rounds in the last 10 years. To be quite frank, and don't get me wrong, they did draft better later with the drafting of Zach Frazier. He's one of the best centers in the league and things of that nature. Peyton Wilson, he has some decent upside, even though he is an older prospect. I'm pretty sure he's like 25, but his floor is he could come in and he can play. But it's not at, oh, well, we did this. The point is, Zach Frazier, Peyton Wilson, and Brian Thomas Jr. Oh, Marvin Harrison, Roma Dunze. This draft class was star-studded. And don't get me wrong, I doubt they were not probably going to crack the top 10. I understand that. But the Michael Penixes of the world, the J.J. McCarthy's of the world, they could have easily traded up. Of course, it would have costed him something. But again, what's the alternative? And we're seeing the alternative. Now they have no quarterback. Their starting quarterback in the depth chart is Mason Rudolph, and they just drafted Will Howard. Pretty sure he's 25 years old, coming out of Ohio State. Not a good quarterback. But, they're just desperate and grasping for straws at this point. But no one in that quarterback room is coming to change their franchise. And they also had the opportunity in this most recent draft to draft Shedeur Sanders. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be one of those people who are going to say, oh, every NFL team fucked up by not drafting Shedeur. Whatever you want to believe. Bare minimum, which is what the consensus is among the NFL community, is Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback in that class day one. I feel like we can all agree on that. And what the Pittsburgh Steelers need is their day one quarterback. They don't need a Jalen Hurts or Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson because they have nothing. So to have the opportunity to draft Shedeur Sanders and to pass up on him is egregious. And no one flood the comments with, oh, Shedeur this, Shedeur that, off the field issues this, off the field issues that, because you drafted GP, you drafted Antonio Brown. Clearly, y'all are able to draft talent. Y'all prioritize winning games over whatever the case may be. So don't even slide in here with that. So, because winning fixes everything. So if you're winning games, I promise you, Shedeur's off the field issues, whatever. We just won 11, 12 games. We're fine. Whatever. And it's actually absurd that the Pittsburgh Steelers are their hope is, hey, man, we're going to get Aaron Rodgers, man. We're going to be a decent team. Wow. That's sad. To be honest, that's sad. The video is getting kind of long. I don't want to rant, even though I can rant for another 45 minutes. This could be an hour-long video, but I just want to keep it short. But in totality, to be honest, Pittsburgh, man, you got to do better. From drafting to prospect evaluation to like everything. Because there's no way you have the opportunity to draft the talent of a George Pickens and trade him for a third. I understand contract issues, off the field issues, whatever the case may be, but you guys are not in the position. You guys don't have the opportunity to be like, yeah, we can do this and do that because I can't afford to. To be honest, I need everything I can get. Because even when you do draft that quarterback, he needs people to throw it to. And I'm pretty sure DK and GP, oh man, that's really going to help that quarterback develop. Whoever it will be. Because even if you get Aaron Rodgers, he's not your long-term solution. I don't even think he's your short-term solution. He's not a solution at all. So I would think with the O-line you've been committed to drafting, with the pieces that you have on defense, you would want, okay, when we do get a quarterback, we want to develop him as best we can as possible. And you just trade away a potential weapon. Not even a potential weapon, a weapon. Your second best weapon on offense. Because don't come in about Calvin Austin. He's not George Pickens. Simple as that. So, not to mention Pittsburgh's inability to even draft and develop quarterbacks, whatever the case may be. It's whatever. Nah, man. I mean, Pittsburgh fans, you got to look in the mirror and really recognize that this team, it's really just going to be garbage for the next couple years. And when I mean garbage, I mean mid. Because it's okay to be good and not win a Super Bowl. Not everyone's going to win a Super Bowl. But to be mid and know you're mid and to be okay with that, that's a problem. Because they're not trying to improve their roster. They're not trying to get to the Super Bowl, clearly. And I promise you, once TJ hits that age and y'all still have nothing going on, renounce being a Steelers fan for the next 6 years, because as soon as your defensive playmakers start to retire, done. Because another TJ's not walking through that door. And you'd be surprised on how much the likes of him, Haywood Highsmith, Minka, and Cameron Haywood put this team on their back. That being said, I love y'all. Steelers fans, don't take it to heart. Just my opinion. And like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.